everyone, it's Libby from Maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people. It's WORIMI, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. Let me put my bracelets on. Nearly forgot for a little bit of protection. Okay, what do I want to have a look at this morning? First of all, Slovenia, not Slovakia. I do apologise, can't read my own writing. And Paulo, not Payo, whatever I said the other day. So thank you. Okay, news. Well, Sporwell has resigned alongside Gonzalez. Gonzalez, well, he had a staffer that he was, and she set fire to us, blah, 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 blah. But yes, innocent until proven guilty. I'm just going to say that, but I'm also going to say my guides did remind us that there will be a number of well-known people that will take us by surprise. So we'll just see how that plays out. I'm not going to comment on it other than just point you to Hawk podcasts. He did a very interesting, being a retired prosecutor. He did a very interesting deep dive into it the other day. Okay, what do I want to have a look at in this particular reading? Oh, go Hungary. Sorry, I had to think about who for a minute there. I was thinking Turkey. No, not Turkey, Hungary. With tossing out Orban. Now, my guides did say that Magyar would win, the was opposition leader. So he's now Prime Minister-elect, Pete Magyar, and I do apologise again if I pronounced it wrong, just let it ride. And their inauguration day is not until May the 5th, so we're looking 3 weeks' time. The Orban side, I mean, they absolutely got trounced. The Tisza party got 138 of the 199 seats, which is absolutely brilliant, which means basically now that they have the ability to implement what they need to implement without having to compromise except to the people. So they don't have to water down any legislation, but they still will be accountable to the people. So they pretty much are being handed a free pass to do what needs to be done to set things to rights. Now, I just do want to point out that I believe just under 80% of the Hungarian registered voters actually voted. Huge number, apparently the biggest since communism, and that's where I've actually been this morning, so I do apologise, all this afternoon. Busy morning, and then had the opportunity to go and do an early vote because we've got mayoral elections coming up this weekend, and they make it so easy. You walk in, you pass, hand over your driver's licence, which has a photograph on it, granted. And they asked, why are you voting early? I think I said, I'm working. Yeah, I'll be working on the weekend, but I mean, it's just so easy. No wait, no queue, straight in, voted straight out again. It was probably all of about 90 seconds in total. They make it so easy. So that's where I've been, and since I was out doing that, I've decided to go to the supermarket as well and just pick up a few bits and pieces. So the inauguration, 5th. Now, Orban's crew has already come out and said, what have they said? They've said, stolen, there was some finagling, blah, blah, blah. And as I split the deck, this one was on the bottom and I split it, and then we've got the moon. So we've got the, is it walking off the cliff, or just simply a new beginning where we have hope and faith and we trust in the universe, versus this darkness that is getting revealed with the moon card. So I just very quickly, just at the beginning of this reading, I just want to have a look. Oh, goodness me. Guess where Narco was? Narco Rubio, the Secretary of State, who was the one that should have been over in Pakistan doing the negotiations instead of Shady. There are reports that Shady took his wife Usha I can't find anything to confirm that. I do know that she went as far as Hungary with him, but I can't find anything to say that she went as far as Pakistan at 7 months pregnant. And honestly, Indian heritage. I know she's not Indian, but she's Indian heritage. India and Pakistan aren't very good friends. So if Shady did actually take her, oh, yeah, not a very good diplomatic move. But where was Narco? Narco was at a cage fight with the Orange Idiot, I believe down in Florida. Now, the reporting that I'm hearing is that they were resoundingly booed. However, any video footage that's come out of the Orange Twerp and Narco entering the seating area, it just plays music. So you don't actually get the audio of them arriving. What have we got? What was I talking about? Can't remember. So I'll just leave that there. It did flip out. Let's ask the question. The question, um, what are we looking at? Oh, okay. Will there be a peaceful handover of government in Hungary? Will there be a peaceful handover of government in Hungary? Okay, we've got the new beginning and we've got the ending here. So there is very much an ending with the world card, and it's a switch in the world itself. And we've got this new emotional beginning, one of peace and partnership. Um, I'm going to be honest, and I don't know how you guys feel at the moment. Oh yeah, new artwork, that's a metal piece. Um, what's happening in the world at the moment with the regime or regimes, multiple, but mainly with the US regime, it feels like we're at in the finale of a reality TV show like Married at First Sight or something along those, Survivor or whatever, where I really have no interest in any of the characters. So I'm just feeling like I'm watching it with this indifference because it feels like it is the finale. And I really couldn't give a flying F what happens to the characters because I know that when it's at the end, it's the end. Okay, but peaceful transition, peaceful handover. Well, they're both yes cards, so I'm really hoping so. I did get the vibes that he would try a Putin. And then we've got the Ten of Wands. So it's not going to be as easy as they think, pulling Hungary to rights, although it is a pro-EU and pro-Ukraine government that's coming in. And the gift from the past and having to have a really deep contemplation, think about what to do next. So this card here is about going back, potentially going back to the past with the Six of Cups, and then with the Four of Swords, having to really consider, because we've got the next card is this abuse of power. I'll bring you down. So we got this betrayal, abuse of power, stealing. So I think what's going to happen is it's going to be one of those situations where the new government gets in with an expectation of what should be there, but it might be missing. So as the financial coffers, because on the bottom I've got the Page of Pentacles, which is about looking at something that is diminished funds, diminished finances, or something along those lines on the bottom, and the nightmare situation. So the Page of Pentacles and then the Nine of Swords. So I think what's going to happen is that, yes, it's going to be a peaceful transition, but pulling Hungary back into this democratic progressive direction is going to be, you've just got the chaos here, because I think that the coffers are pretty much empty. We've then got the abuse of power, the Page of Cups, having to look at the stinky fish, like pretty much all that's left in the vault is a bit of a stinky prawn head. And then we've got the Page of Swords having to come forward with the truth. And then we've got the Page of Pentacles on the bottom. Okay, somebody might be, well, okay, we've got the Knight of Cups here, but then we've got the birth of something new, and then the Star of Hope. I hope what happens is that, because this is the best of democracy, what I'm hoping happens is this new government goes in. Yeah, you've got the offer not there. Look, there's no actual money cards here, but what I'm feeling is that um, I think I really hope that the new government goes in and tells the truth about the situation. The vault is empty, the coffers are empty. It all went to potentially Russia or the Ruskies, because we've got here disappointment with what's on offer, and we've got the new beginning there, and then working together, the legislators working together with action, and then stability of government. There you go. That's stability of government, but having to juggle the books with the Two of Pentacles there. I really think Page of Pentacles, finding out a nightmare situation, trying to create a plan and work out what happened, because we've got the Ten of Swords and then the Hanged Man, things being stopped. I don't think this is, I know Hoagie had these two cards in regards to the Strait of Hormuz, but I don't think it's that. I think what's going to happen is that they're going to, the new government is going to get in there and find that the larder is bare. Okay, what do I want to have a look at is, well, if I'm talking about the state of Hormuz, let's have a look. Now, if you're wondering about India and Pakistan, they've been fighting over the Kashmir region for decades and decades and decades. Okay, secrets being revealed and something being fully exposed. So the feminine energy, but this is also hidden agendas being revealed and being really revealed. There might have been some naivety about, because you've got to remember, Oban was and his government were in for what, 16 years? I mean, boy, that's a long time to cook the books and create a false narrative. And yeah, I think what's going to happen is they're going to get in, and it's going to take them. Oh gosh, what am I thinking? I was initially thinking a year, but got no, not a year, maybe closer to 6 months. It's going to take them at least 6 months just to work out what blimmin' heck is going on. Okay, but getting back from that, I'm just going to have a look to the toddler tantrum, spitting his dummy out, or pacifier as some of you call it. He's in his cot, crib, whatever you like to call it, having a tantrum, spat the dummy out across the floor, and said, if I can't have it, nobody can have it. I want that toll money for myself. It's my money. You know how he goes. Talking about the orange idiot, who apparently posted up a meme of him being Jesus healing the sick, with all these people looking on, the military and the nurses and the whatever, AI generated, of course, looking on with idolizing, etc. And there was huge backlash about how dare he depict himself as Jesus. Oh, that wasn't Jesus. I was being a doctor. Yeah, last time I checked, my doctor had something shiny in her hand and put her other hand on my head to fix me. Not wearing a robe. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Anyhow, so basically, if I can't have the tolls from the Strait of Hormuz, we're going to close it. If I can't have it, nobody can have it, because the rest of the world, we're just getting on with it. And this card keeps showing itself to me, the Sun card. The naivety of his position is on full display. He might as well be the emperor with no clothes. and fully exposed. Oh, but he's also now claimed that Persia rung him and said, "Oh, please, Mr. President," because we've got the false victory here and then the Wheel of Fortune. So we've got a false victory in the wheel, changing everything. Um, we've got the military. Who else have we got? And then trying to juggle the situation, juggle the what could be the finances, but I think it's more juggling the situation. It's very much lines of, so this morning my hubby gets up with Sparrow's fart or Kookaburra's call, whatever you like to, Kookaburra's laugh, whatever you like to call it. He pretty much gets up with the when the sun comes up. Oh, it's way too early at the moment. And he was crashing around in the kitchen, unpacking the dishwasher. Bang, crash, crash. I think he dropped a glass and it shattered on the floor and he swept it up. Anyhow, said when he sort of, came back down the hallway, I said to him, "You couldn't make any bloody more noise if you threw the whole lot on the floor." Rant, 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 rant. And he's like, "Well, I won't unpack the dishwasher for you next time." And I'm like, that is not a threat. And it's the same with the orange twerp. If you can hear the dogs barking, it's because he's just come home. It's like, it's not the threat that they think it is, but how's it going to go? So he's now claiming, oh, there's some more Yahoo videos out. To me, I mean, if you look at the detail, they are AI. And when I'm talking about it, because on his face, the shadow's down, but on his shirt, there's creases on his shirt, and the shadows are sort of across and up. Um, it doesn't match. They're getting very good at it, but the shadowing doesn't match. It's too There's a bit of a glossy crispness about certain elements that don't look right. And just putting it out there. Okay, so the threat about closing the strait. What do we need to know? I gather two warships went into the area and turned around and came back out again. Let's have a look. The threat. How is that going to work out for the regime? Because the rest of the world is just like, take your toys and get lost sort of thing. How's it going to work out for the, and as I'm talking about the rest of the world is take your toys and get lost. Okay, there might be some legal action in regards to it that he loses, because it is a international waters thoroughfare down a certain portion of it. But what's happened is that, yes, Persia has made a threat, so the ships are going in closer inshore to Persia and paying a toll to get through. $2 million out of a tanker that's got, $100 million worth of oil on it. So it's not really that big a toll. So there might be legal action. And we've got here the Star and the Empress. So this could be the Star of Hope and Healing and the birth of something new, or it could be a certain somebody's getting his orders from the Ruskies, because this is the Empress is my Russian card, and this can also be the Narcissist card. I think, yeah, there's going to be, you've got these people out in the cold. Now, I just want to check. I think that's legal action with holding the rest of the world hostage. Let me put them away and ask the question specifically. Okay, first of all, okay. Is the Strait of Hormuz going to remain open? Is the strait going to remain open? Is the strait going to remain open? I noticed I didn't have a card in there. The Seven of Cups. Usually I check my boxes when I pull the cards out. Okay, so obviously didn't need it for that earlier bit. Oh no. Hungry, but show me this threat. What do we need to know about this threat to close the strait? Come on down. Oh, it's the card that when I glanced over, I saw was still in the box. The threat, it's just delusional. And that's why they showed me that that card was still there. The threat is delusional. Absolutely. Seven of Cups. The challenge to this delusional threat is a plan to try and, so this is the dark money plan. A plan to try and, this is like Three of Pentacles. It's like mob protection money. You know, you've got the greengrocer and the bottle shop and stuff, and the mob comes round once a week and picks up their, couple of $100 protection money in a brown paper bag or whatever it is. It's got that feels about it, but on the international scale. Okay, we've got here at the foundation, the energy stewing in is the dictating the government. So it's the Hierophant. Oh gosh, isn't he having it out with Pope Leo? Give me Pope Leo any day. He's talk about Blues Brother energy, but the good guy's Blues Brother energy. We've got here the energy they're stewing in is some sort of. So I'm talking about the blockade. I'm not talking. This isn't from Persia's point of view. This will be from the US regime. So it's like a royal decree. Okay, thank you. In the past, how do I get some of that money with the Seven of Pentacles? How do I get my hands on some of that money? It's all about the money. The energy over this at the moment is the conflict. Five of Wands. It can be a war of words, but we've got here the conflict itself. Eight of Swords. Well, legal restriction. Now, is this a legal restriction to this royal decree, or is this a restriction on the Strait itself? Let's see how it goes. Yeah, rash action, but breaking through. So the immediate, so it might close. It might close, but externally we've then got legal movement forward, but also breaking through, rash action. You got the orange twerp himself there, the orange king of pentacles internally. He's wanting to get his hands on some of the money. That's what this is about. He's seeing, somebody said 2 million a ship, and he declared that he wanted a piece of that personally to go into his personal bank account. Charging forward. The orange twerp. Let's see how it's going to go. The rest of the world, hopes and fears. The world card, the outcome. It's not going to. They're not. It's not going to carry. They're not going to be able to bring it together. Ten of Wands. Four of Cups, rejection. And then the Page of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles. And the Barricade. This. And then the Ten of Pentacles. Again, an ending of this way through. Oh, there's that on the bottom again. The five of Pentacles out in the cold. Weaponry. Sword of Truth. Being brought forward, but only in a small fashion. Internal action. Looking at a plan. The devil wanting to feather the nest and prepared to stop everything. Ten of Swords. So four of Swords. Things being stopped. Ten of Swords, downfall, and then Ace of Pentacles, new opportunity, movement forward, the White House, hidden agenda, gift from the past, Two of Cups, New beginning, false victory, judgment, money changing hands, the emperor. I think, I'm just going to put it out there, I think he's going to demand that part of that toll money, perhaps 50%, gets paid to him. And I think for the sake of it, they're going to pay it and keep the Strait open. Boy, oh boy, how's that going to go down with people? Yeah, they're feathering the nest to keep the Strait open. Oh, how's it going to go down with people? Not well at all. Tower card. Tower, emotional, overwhelming, investigation to the money grubbing. So we've got the Hermit, we've got the Four of Pentacles, the money grubbing, and the lies and stealing. Yeah, I think what'll happen is that, yeah, I suspect this, just because the Strait will be closed, and they'll agree to okay, we'll give you some of the monies. But I'm suspecting it'll go to a personal bank account, and that's not going to go down well with the people. As I said, feels like a reality TV show that's in its dying throes, and I'm really not interested in the characters at this stage because I feel like I'm already on the other side of it all. Entertainment only. Catch you later. Bye-bye.